Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. You can follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. And welcome to my huge Comic-Con preview. What that basically means is we're going to sit here talking about the potential of Henry Cavill turning up at the Warner Brothers theatrical panel, at the panel for Shazam! Fury of the Gods, and for the panel for Black Adam starring The Rock. So let's discuss this. So Deadline had some weird kind of thing the other day where they had a list of things that could potentially happen at this year's Comic-Con. One of the things was Henry Cavill rumoured maybe coming to Comic-Con to discuss his future as Superman. Now that's an interesting kind of way of putting it, isn't it? His future about Superman. That's why everyone's getting excited. What is he coming to do? Imagine the nightmare scenario that he shows up with Kevin Feige at an MCU fucking panel. No way. Please. Surely fate, time, and the gods are kinder than that. I don't expect that to happen. I'm joking, by the way. And so, is Henry Cavill actually coming to San Diego Comic-Con? Will he be there at the Warner Brothers theatrical panel? Will he be promoting Shazam! Fury of the Gods and Black Adam? I absolutely have no idea. But if he does, what will he discuss? Because that's what that Deadline rumor said, that he's coming, maybe, potentially coming to discuss his Superman future. Could it be a dream scenario of him attending with Zack Snyder? Now, I need to discuss these things to get them out there so I can tell you my thoughts on it. So Zack Snyder did a very, very curious thing, and I think he did it via his Vero, where he sarcastically posted that he was coming to San Diego Comic-Con to promote his Tom and Jerry movie. And it was going to be a darker take on Tom and Jerry. So from the outside looking in, this looks like an absolute, piss take, sarcastic, making fun. But is it a hint that he's coming to San Diego Comic-Con? Could he be promoting Rebel Moon or his Army of the Dead franchise on Netflix? I absolutely have no idea. As I say, is it the dream scenario of him sitting there with Henry Cavill discussing a Man of Steel sequel, a Man of Steel movie? I don't expect that to happen, but it doesn't mean it won't. Look, anything is possible. As I say, it's unlikely, but it's the dream scenario. And we must always have hope, mustn't we? And we must always dream that these things are potentially, going to happen. Now, it's about 9 a.m. here in Cyprus. It won't be 9 a.m. when you're watching this video, of course. So San Diego Comic-Con and the Warner Brothers panel, the Shazam! Fury of the Gods panel, and the Black Adam panel won't be happening till early or late evening. So that's tonight. So I don't know exactly what time. So I will react to everything DC tomorrow. All the things we're discussing right now, we will know. So I will do a video and I will look at the Black Adam panel. We will discuss that. We will react to that. And the Shazam! Fury of the Gods panel, we will react to that. And if the miracle happens that Henry Cavill shows up at San Diego Comic-Con, we will talk about that as well. So unlikely he shows up with Snyder to make some kind of announcement. Some people believe Henry Cavill's Superman can't return without Zack Snyder. He absolutely can, of course. I'd rather him, do a Man of Steel movie with Zack Snyder. But if that's the case, I really think that David Goyer and Christopher Nolan should write the screen story as they did for Man of Steel. Man of Steel, as far as I'm concerned, and I was watching it again yesterday, ever since this rumour's come out, I just can't stop watching that movie. That is the best Henry Cavill Superman appearance in the DCEU, as far as I'm concerned. It makes sense, it's more Superman, it feels right, it's contemporary Superman, it's 21st century Superman. Man of Steel works for Henry Cavill Superman. There are issues with BVS as much as I love it, and I'm talking about his portrayal of Superman and how he's written. Justice League, we don't need to go into that. Zack Snyder's Justice League, he's okay in that film, but he's not in it enough. That's a 4-hour movie and Superman appears that much. I can love Zack Snyder, I can love the Snyder Cut, and I can still kind of nitpick and be critical about some of the things that he did. So Man of Steel is his best appearance in the DCEU, the best version of this modern, contemporary Superman. So we all want a sequel to that. It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, it's 9 years since that film was released, and you look at the VFX and the cinematography, it's still better than any cinematography we've got in any CBM apart from BVS and Zack Snyder's Justice League Snyder Cut. There's no surprise there. You know, when you're working with Zack Snyder, when Zack Snyder's working with the best VFX people who Patty Jenkins sacked. With Wonder Woman 84, which was ludicrous. That's how much she wanted to get away from Zack's vision with the first epic, celebrated by everyone, first Wonder Woman movie. I will talk about Wonder Woman 84 and some accusations made against me at the end of this video, so please stay tuned. So we all want a Man of Steel sequel. I don't believe we're going to hear that, but if he is there, please make that happen. So I expect him to be there to promote his role in Black Adam and Shazam! Fury of the Gods, and that's it. Of course, lots of people will be disappointed. The Snyderverse fandom will be disappointed. For me, you just have to be patient. If we get all the announcements from Henry tonight, wow, that's brilliant. Tonight for me, because I'm in Cyprus, Europe, and the time difference is vast. So in America, it'll be morning during the day, totally different. I can't talk about your time frame. I can only talk about mine because I'm in Europe and you're in America. That's the way it is, right? So, yes, we're talking tonight as far as I'm concerned. And so, yes, that's what I expect him to promote. Shazam! Fury of the Gods and Black Adam. And to me, that's exciting in itself. And as I say, Snyderverse fans, I'm a Snyderverse fan rather than a stan. I'd say I'm not obsessed. I don't think everything should be Zack Snyder, but I love the guy. And I love what he did with the DCEU. So you're just going to have to be patient. As I said yesterday, it will happen. You have to wait for Toby Emmerich to leave Warner Brothers Pictures as the chairman. Once he goes, once Jim Lee, who will be realigned within the company, he will be given some other position. It won't be the position he's in. When Walter Hamada is sent back to New Line Cinema, then things will start to happen. I expect these things, these announcements in context to the Snyderverse being restored, to start happening in September. If these things were to happen in today's San Diego Comic-Con, I would be shocked and very pleased and hyped. I'd probably have to go fucking live. But I don't expect these things to happen yet. But just because you don't get these announcements today, it doesn't mean you won't get these announcements. So please keep the negativity to one side. Keep your hopes alive. I genuinely believe that David Zaslav will restore the Snyderverse from September onwards. But if Henry Cavill is to appear, I only expect him to promote the two films they're there promoting. And then we have to ask the question. This is last chance saloons for the Flash movie. And they're obviously not promoting it unless they give us a surprise. And they're obviously not promoting Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, which they should be. But those films are in hiding and we know why. But if there is no release date for the Batgirl movie at this weekend's San Diego Comic-Con, then I believe, because someone asked me this on Twitter yesterday, I think it was John, always asking me great questions on Twitter. Keep them up. I will give you as many answers as I can, John, or anyone else who wants to ask me questions. Maybe we'll do a Q&A video one day. So, yes, John, basically this is the scenario and situation as far as I've gathered it, right? So, as far as I'm concerned, if Batgirl doesn't get a release date at this weekend's tonight's San Diego Comic-Con when Warner Brothers are there, that movie's fate is in serious trouble, and in line, the Flash movie will never be released as it is. If Batgirl gets a release date tonight, then it's all systems go, which means Batgirl is happening, but also Superman will be deleted in the Flash movie. So it's a mixed situation for me. How can I celebrate something that deletes my man, Henry Cavill's Superman? And how ironic would that be if this Batgirl release date was to confirm that on the day where potentially Henry Cavill is talking about his appearance in Black Adam and Shazam Fury of the Gods. This would be a big shame. Maybe they will even announce a Black Adam versus Shazam movie and Superman being involved, or a Black Adam versus Superman movie. Maybe this is where they're going. Because as I said before, if these two Shazam universe movies do well, this is what they're going to focus on. And they're just going to leave the other shit behind and think again. Because this could be the only remnants of the old DCEU in terms of the central universe. I'm not talking about the Snyder Cut, of course, and restoring the Snyderverse. But in terms of the Shazam universe, this is really last chance saloons for the DCEU we know and love centrally. So these films need to be successful. And, you know, it's been a terrible year for WB with what's happened with The Flash and Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom with Ezra Miller and Amber Heard and those controversies. And so they're desperate. You know, isn't it ironic? Warner Brothers Pictures are bringing out potentially Henry Cavill to save their fucking bacons. The man they benched, the character they benched, which they were wrong. They wanted to replace him with a black Superman. They wanted to replace Supergirl. They wanted to replace Superman with Supergirl, and now they're desperate for Cavill because Superman is relatable. You've seen the trends, you've seen the numbers on social media. That's how relatable Superman is, and how relatable Henry Cavill is as Superman. He's as popular as Christopher Reeve's Superman. Make no mistake about that. This is huge, and don't forget I'll be here on tomorrow's video to react to everything. But stay right there. I'm not done yet. This is my platform. Twitter is my platform when I'm working off of my account. I have every right to expunge my views and give you the direct honesty you have come to expect from me since July, August 2018. And since I started my Twitter in 2013. I had another Twitter before that called Smallville Mad. I'm, as you know, very passionate about DC and all of this stuff. So the other day, Jim Lee was at some kind of convention thingy, and what am I talking about? He was at San Diego Comic-Con, one of the early panels. He was asked if the Snyderverse is going to be restored. He said there was no plans, and I reacted to this. I reacted to this without being disrespectful towards Jim. Unlike some people from the Snyderverse fandom, my fellow Snyderverse fans, these people just can't help themselves sometimes. I told you the truth. The truth I've been telling you all along. You know that Toby Emmerich has been fired as chairman of Warner Brothers Pictures, and he will be leaving in September. Right now, there's the handover. We know that David Zaslav has announced two people to replace him in a newly formed Warner Brothers Discovery Pictures. We know that Warner Brothers Pictures is a toxic entity. It hates Henry Cavill, it hates Zack Snyder, it hates the Snyderverse, and they're bitter because John Stankey and AT&T released the Snyder Cut. We all know that. And Jim Lee, unfortunately, is coming from that side of things. But he's also very good friends with Zack Snyder. He helped do the artwork for the Snyder Cut, and that's great. But I just responded, a genuine response, saying that I know that when Toby Emmerich steps down, Jim will be realigned, new position. So he has no authority about what happens. So, as I said, Warner Brothers Pictures may have no plans to restore the Snyderverse, but David Zaslav, Warner Brothers Discovery and Warner Brothers Pictures Discovery and DC Studios, when that's announced, have every intention of restoring the Snyderverse. And people came at me. One fan who's watched my videos before and I've interacted with before made up some lies. So this is what he said. He said, I claim to have watched a Wonder Woman 84 test screening. That's true. He said, I loved that test screening. That's true. He then said that when the film came out, I hated it. That's true. Then he said, I deleted said video. Now, whether he was talking about my original test screening reaction video or my reaction to Wonder Woman 84 and the theatrical release and me not being happy with that, he claimed that I deleted one of these videos. He is a liar. Let's call him Mr. 94 Twitter followers, right? Just for a bit of fun, right? He lied. I never delete my bad or good takes. It's all there for you to see on my YouTube. All you have to do is scroll down the videos because they're not put into groups to make life easier for you because I can't be asked. Some of them are, some of them are not. My lives are there. All my good takes are there. All my embarrassing moments there. There's even a video of me reacting to Love Island dancing in my boxer shorts. Yes, in my underpants, and I haven't taken that away. So I don't delete anything. I'm very happy to be wrong. I'm very happy to be right. Of course I am. I'm mostly right more than wrong. So this is what happened with Wonder Woman 84, and most of you intelligent people understand this. I watched a test screening, which was a very different cut to what you all saw in cinemas and on HBO Max, right? I liked that cut. I thought it was very good. When I saw the official release, I made it clear that Wonder Woman 84 had many, many issues, and I celebrated the opening sequence with the fabulous young Lily Aspel, who plays a wonderful young Diana, as she did in the first movie. She's great in Themyscira in the opening sequence. That's a great sequence, and I love it, and I love the ending. I always cry at that bit, but I do think it's a bit preachy. But the best thing about Wonder Woman 84 is Lily Aspel and that opening sequence, and that's it. I hated the rest of that movie, that's true. That's not the movie we saw at the test screening. So, yes, you have every right to call me out for my inconsistencies. That is inconsistent to say that you like a test screening, but then you call out the release. So I've been very, very honest about this. But sometimes when you're honest about things, people throw hate on you. Jim Lee is a very popular, iconic figure. I have no issue with Jim Lee. I stated that yesterday, but I had to state the truth. And all I said is that Jim Lee has no authority whether the Snyderverse is restored or not. To his knowledge, it's not being restored. He even had the cheek to say at this panel at San Diego Comic-Con that Warner Brothers Discovery is being run like AT&T. No. They never had the guts to fire Toby Emmerich. Discovery have. David Zaslav and Discovery are trying to basically bring, J.J. Abrams to justice over this terrible financial deal that Emmerich did with him. They're trying to get him out of the company. It's a non-exclusive deal. They're not happy. He's been sitting there for 2 or 3 years and done nothing with the stuff he was going to do. The Black Superman, the Justice League Dark Universe. He's just been taking money for nothing. So they're being run in a different way. I wouldn't be surprised if Jim Lee has never spoken to David Zaslav. But anyway, so that's the situation. So, Mr. 94 Twitter followers, I don't mind you calling me out for my inconsistencies, but I will call anyone out who makes lies about me. So, I'm excited. Let's put that negativity of Mr. 94 Twitter followers to one side, because later on today, Henry Cavill could be at San Diego Comic-Con and Superman could finally be coming back, and we will discuss it on Sunday's show. Everything. You will not miss a kick. This has been Movies TV Mad, and as your girlfriends and wives will tell you, I'm Mick, the host with the most. I'm sorry, I'm better than you. I'm a better lover than you. I have more than you. That's just life, right? Anyway, so like, share, subscribe, and please smash the notification bell so you never miss this perfection. And I will be back tomorrow. Please, Henry, be at San Diego Comic-Con. This is a huge moment. See you tomorrow.